Assalamu alaikum. 9 years of schooling has gone by very quickly. There have been many good times. Today, however, is a very special day. We finally graduate.
We will begin tonight with announcements. Please welcome Mr. Ismail Ahmed, Director of the Middle School.
Welcome families and students and staff. We are here in honor of the class of 2025 on their 8th grade graduation. First and foremost, let's recognize the 8th grader for their accomplishment. Please stand up to be recognized. Stand up, 8th graders. Yes. Thank you, yeah. Good. Then, our great TCIS staff, please, teachers and staff, stand up to be recognized. It has been a long, unusual school year. And at this time, I will recognize the Executive Director, Mr. Abdirashid Warsame, Ms. Kelly Smith, the Director of the Elementary School, Mr. Abdallah, our Community Liaison for a very long time, and Ms. Jenny, the Assistant Director at the Middle School. And I don't know if Ms. Jess is here from the elementary school, but also we want to recognize her. Thank you for what you have done and what you have done for these students the whole of the year. We really appreciate it. Now I will welcome to the podium our MCs to continue the rest of the program.
Thank you, Mr. Ismail. Next, please welcome our teacher speaker, Miss Rachel.
All right, 8th graders, you've made it. You are done. Looking back on your middle school years, there have been quite a few memorable moments. You guys watched the building transform between your 5th and 6th grade year. You guys overcame the challenges of distance learning due to COVID. You guys learned valuable lessons from the teachers, staff. You've made friends, you've lost friends, and hopefully you've made up with some lost friends. Most importantly, though, you've made memories. These memories and experiences that you have made are what makes all of you unique, not only as individuals, but also as the graduating class of 8th grade. Over the years, a lot has been asked of you. We've asked you to carry on as normal when things have been anything but normal. Teachers and parents have held you all to high expectations, and you have all continually met them. I've had many conversations personally with you, as have other staff, asking you guys to be your best self, no matter the situation. On your way out, I have one last thing to ask of you. As you move forward and go into high school, I want you to all be unapologetically yourself. You're going to meet new friends, new people, and experience new things. And as you do that, I want you to be true to yourselves. Some of these experiences are going to be brand new, like switching schools for the first time. Along the next part, you're going to get to figure out who you are, what you stand for, and what you want in your life. Make no mistake though, this challenge is not going to be easy. People are going to challenge you, they will try and bring you down, and they're going to try and get you to change so that you can fit in with what their idea of you is. But if you be unapologetically you, you will stay true to yourself. Be comfortable with who you are, and you will find your people. You will find those who will be a good influence. The people who, instead of challenging you to change, will instead challenge you to be the best version of yourself. You are all some of the most amazing people to come through this school, which collectively has made you one of the best 8th grade classes too. You all have big hearts and even bigger personalities. Families, friends, and teachers are all sitting here tonight proud of you, but we are also all hoping that we've done enough to prepare you for your future. Over the next 4 years, you are going to make all of us proud, and I look forward to hearing about all of your accomplishments. Good luck, and know that you will be greatly missed.
I don't know. Thank you, Ms. Rachel. Now we have our first student speaker, the one and only Suhaib Mohammed.
I'd like to start with Salaam alaikum, everybody, and start with Bismillah. So, good afternoon, parents, peers, students, and teachers. I'd like to introduce myself before I start the speech. My name is Suhaib Mahmoud, and I'm the first Suhaib, not the other one. So, I'm kind of a new student. I barely spent time in this school, and I don't know a lot of people, and I don't even know how I ended up on this stage. It's like I got kidnapped and forced to do this. But never mind that, now that you know who I am, I'd like to start my speech. Some may see today as an end of a story, but I see today as an end of a chapter. And before we flip the page, I'd like to talk not about the time that we spent in TCIS, but our journey through the 10 years that we've spent. So, starting with kindergarten. Looking back at kindergarten, it was pretty easy. All we had to do was build blocks, take naps, run as fast as you can to get the coolest looking Hot Wheel car, and if you're me, pee yourself occasionally. During the kindergarten years, honestly, we learned nothing, but we weren't supposed to learn anything. We were supposed to learn about friends, honesty, and cooperation. So for kindergarten, level 1 was on easy mode. When we finished kindergarten and moved on to first grade, we were hit by school like a semi-truck. Math, the alphabet, learning how to read a book that has a weird looking cat with a striped hat as the cover. That's Cat in the Hat, by the way. We had hard times at that grade, but we adapted so fast for such young kids. And we learned, adapted so fast as such young kids. And we learned many stuff like cooperation, respect, and calming yourself down. But at this point, we only cared about playing cool math games. And after came second grade, third and fourth, which were pretty easy because it had similar basics as first. But as the saying goes, what's gold never stays. What's gold never stays. Then came fifth grade. Everything changed and felt different. Hormones started to change, our language evolved, and some words were not for the better. And we started to become young adults. And in the immortal words of Will Smith, life got flipped, turned upside down. But we adapted and went through these changes like champs. And we went through these changes like champs until sixth came along. Now we're really the big dogs. Now we could take a horse on and knock it out, is what most of us thought. But in reality, fifth grade was 2 months ago. We are now teens. Most of us came in as teens, and all of us became teens during this year. Some of us got phones, we made friends and had a lot of fun. It wasn't hard to go to school during these times, but it wasn't super enjoyable as the times before. And now came a real change, one of the biggest changes in history, the coronavirus. We were told to sit behind the camera, stay at home, click the raise hand feature, and ask questions. We all went from I can't wait till school's over to just wanting to go to school and see people your age. And see people your age. But I guess that's what total isolation does to people. We had the most unique school years in decades, and yet we still adapted. As I've heard, we were building a plane mid-flight. We went through it, and what's coming will be very unique years. But I believe we will adapt. No, I'm not done yet. All right. Before I end the 8th grade section, I'd like to give a shout out to each teacher individually. But before you give shout outs, you have to tell a joke. And the joke is Miss Miranda's TikTok account. It's a horrible TikTok account, okay? We all know it's horrible. Yeah. But Miss Miranda was a great teacher. She would make us laugh, do fun stuff with us, and be one of the few teachers that would have conversation with us. So thank you, Miss Miranda. But we aren't overlooking the straightforward, dear kidnapping Mr. Keel. He wouldn't hide stuff from us, and he would tell us the truth. He wouldn't sugarcoat stuff. He'll tell us what's what. And to some kids, he's the reason they don't have 278 missing assignments, but only have 262 missing assignments. So thank you, Mr. Keel. And now comes Mr. Bill. Mr. Bill looks like a dude that was made in the Bill Nye the Science Guy lab. And as I've heard, I think he's a big fan of Bill Nye the Science Guy. But Mr. Bill was also a great teacher. He would tell us stories, like the time he ate a donut, and the other time he ate a donut, and the funny time he ate a donut. So he only eats donuts, but forget that. And he is a funny teacher. He tells us other stuff other than donuts, like the other time he ate a donut. But he's a teacher that finishes the assignments quickly, tells us some jokes. He's an easygoing teacher. So thanks to Mr. Bill again. And we can't forget about the specials classes like from Miss Sarah and Mr. Abdi, gym from Coach Jen and Coach Chris, and coding from Miss Corey. Also, Mr. Jabril, who came late, but he's still great. And Miss Tessa, and Miss Rachel, and all the teachers of this year's staff and principals. Also, remember that today we will flip the page to a new chapter, and we will adapt like we've always adapted. And before I end this speech, I'd like to end with a quote from Mark Twain. 20 years from now, we will be more disappointed by the things that we didn't do than by the things that we did do. So throw off the bow line, sail away from the safe harbor, and catch the trade winds. Explore, dream, discover. Thanks everyone for coming out.
Our last student speaker of the evening is Najma Ali.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hi, my name is Najma Abdurrashid Ali. Before I start, I'd like to congratulate my classmates for an amazing accomplishment. Competing in middle school is not an easy feat, so give yourself a pat on the back. It's been an amazing and enlightening journey, and I wish each and every one of you a successful future filled with happiness and abundance. As we all know, middle school might have a few obstacles along the way that might stop us or demotivate us. I'd like to share my experience at TCIS and some tips that you might benefit from during this next chapter of your lives. In short, my time at TCIS was amazing and full of surprises. It served as a second home, an escape, a place I would never get bored of. But it was also a place that filled me with happiness and kept all the bad thoughts at bay. Watching staffers come up with unique ways to brighten up our days made my experience at TCIS a special time that I'll bring along with me for years to come. The school has been through many changes over the years to the point where it honestly makes me feel a little old. Throughout my time in 8th grade, no one has been there more for me than my mom and my dad. Every assignment and test I passed was all because of the ways that my parents have raised me and the values that they have instilled in me, and for that, I am eternally grateful for their love and support. Through my middle school years, I learned that although independence often came with periods of loneliness, I could always bet on myself to get the job done. I also have my friends to thank for showing me that in order to play harder, you also have to work harder. There are most certainly times where I felt like giving up, but my teachers always pushed back up against those negative thoughts and gave me the courage to work harder. For example, math was a subject that was hard for me to understand, and I'm very sure some of you can relate. But it wasn't that math didn't come easy to me. It was a narrative that I built in my mind, negative self-talk that did nothing but hinder my success. Luckily, my teachers helped me destroy those negative narratives and inspire me to succeed. If there's one important lesson I took away from this experience, It is to respect everyone around you and to have fun because you only live your life once. It may seem like a simple concept and hard to grasp for many. All in all, the advice and teachings of the TCIS staff, family, and friends have shaped who I am today, and for that I am grateful. Thank you and congrats!
Please welcome the Somali Minnesota Museum Dance Troupe.
كستبادل كندو وبي عرقي وهضنو وبي عيدي سوى دهبو وبي نكعو بالتنبدي وبي كوعوي برارهو وبي وانا عادل مهدي هبالا هبالا هبيوي ساديو وبي عرقاب يصلن وبي عين بيهودي وبي عكس تبادل كندبو بسم الله صلى الله عليه يا بسم الله صلى الله عليه يا بسم الله ساديو وصفده يا بسم الله صباحية ياسمين هو يا بسم الله صلى الله عليه يا بسم الله صلى الله عليه يا بسم الله سورة قرآن كان هو يا بسم الله كوب ساعة مينا هو يا بسم الله صلى الله عليه 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 يا بسم الله تقصو جدنا يا بسم الله أسألك لهي يا بسم الله صلى الله عليه يا بسم الله صلى الله عليه يا بسم الله هديه سبابا يا بسم الله ومصعبكم أين هو يا بسم الله صلى الله عليه يا بسم الله صلى الله عليه يا
Representing DJ Moha.
Now it's time for the class of 2021 to be presented. Please help us welcome back Mr. Ismail and Ms. Jenny to present their certificates.
Marian Ahmed.
Let's go to Miss Hamdi. Let's
Suhaib Mohamud. Hanad Mohammed. Najma Ali. Umaima Hassan. Nadifa Hussein. Ramlo Adwa. Sabrin Mohammed. Sihan Nur. Nasra Mohamud. Sabrin Hussein. Asma Ali. Salma Hussein. Zainab Ahmed. Amina Ismail. Zainab Mohammed. Nadia Mohammed. Maksud Abdi. Amran Dahir. Samaya Ali. Zahur Mohammed. Ikran Abdi. Asiya Mohamud. Ikra Ali. Iman Morsami. Leila Ismail. Zahur Mohammed. Hanan Ali. Warda Jahir. Sabrin Hersey. Amira Ismail. Adna Mahamud. Salmo Yassin. Nasra Omar. Iftisan Ahmed. Isra Abdi. Naeem Amir. Hafsa Igal. Anfal Osman. Zahara Ahmed. Musab Hussein. Abdi Nasser Ali. Ali. Anisa Malam. Nagad Ali. Raweda Abdirman. Abhian Abdi. Kosar Muse. Sihan Asman. Hanad Mohammed. Abdirman Mohammed. Imran Isak. Bilal Farah. Khalid Samatar. Khalid Farah. Kadar Elmi. Abdullahi Mohammed. Zuhaib Mohammed. Liban Dima. Derek Abdi. Khalid Hassan. Sadiq Ahmed. Ahmed Shafi. Mohammed Nur Sharif Mahad. Ahmed Ahmed. Amin Ahmed.
Congratulations.
Abdi Malik Abdi.
Abdi Nasser.
Abdul Nasser Hussein. Abdirman Muse.
Congratulations.
Muhammad Ali. Ahmed Hassan.
Congratulations.
Hanat Isaac. Omar Abdul Kadir.
Congratulations.
Khalid Abdi.
Congratulations.
Salman Ibrahim. Muad Muhammad. Hisham Abdi Wahab. Najib Olad. Ahmed Ibrahim. Ahmed Mohammed. Ismail Abdullahi. Come on, you had one job. You had one job. Zach Abdullahi. Abdullahi Warsami. Omar Salad. Nawal Isse. Hadia Youssef. Sumaya Abikar. Nastejo Dukale. Sabrin Mohammed.
Congratulations.
Mohammed Abdi.
Congratulations.
Abdi Najib Rashid. Imam Abdi. Malika Barkab. Nashad Osman. Basra Omar. Kosar Ahmed.
Oh, sir, we just picked up. Congratulations.
Samaya Saeed.
Congratulations.
Samira Saeed. Salma Saeed. And Farhio Kadar.
Congratulations to the class of 2021.